Welcome to a brand new episode of Breakaway Coverage. I'm your host, Giancarlo Nadeau. Absolutely delighted to be joined by Karen Massicotte from the P&E, the Vice President of Sales, Marketing, and Business Development, and a big reason why there is PWHL hockey in Vancouver. Karen, thanks for doing this. How's everything going?
Everything's fabulous. Thank you for having me. We're so super excited about this new adventure of ours taking on with the PWHL.
It's awesome. Tell me more about it because I'd love to hear it from your perspective.
Yeah, for sure. So the Peony has been without a tenant in the Pacific Coliseum for a few years, but we actually did that purposefully, waiting for the right tenant to come along, somebody who was as vested in building up a community as we are. And when this came up in late fall last year, we thought it was the prime time to be able to put our best foot forward and apply for an expansion team. And we were successful in doing so. And the first one was announced, first of two expansion teams was announced in April, and we couldn't be more proud than for that.
Congratulations. It's, such a big milestone for the city of Vancouver, the province as well. What's the P&E doing behind the scenes to get ready for this PWHL team?
Oh, so much. My team is in full force. We have four teams working on, first of all, being venue ready to host in a marquee flagship team on our site. So the Pacific Coliseum is undergoing renovations for customizations of the team spaces for back of house. We're putting in new hockey boards. We're bringing in a whole new score clock. We're building out new signage and new branding and new experiences for the fans. We're continuing to improve on all of our production services so that the fan experience in the venue is as on par as any NHL team would have. And then the PWHL team is also going to be based out of the Agrodome, and that's where their practice center is going to be. So we're doing a whole series of upgrades, a whole brand new ice surface to expand it to an NHL size surface, new hockey boards, and new back of house areas, refresh to the concourse spaces. And we're really excited about that and all the team offices and so forth.
So you brought up the score clock. I have to ask you about that. So my dad has had season tickets with the Vancouver Giants since 2004. So that's the same score clock I grew up watching. And now I know it's on the Sunshine Coast because I just worked with the Coastal Tsunami. So we taken care of that thing all of last year. So I want to know a little bit more about the score clock. What are you guys looking to put in there?
Yeah, so we have a four-sided Samsung screen coming in with a full LED ring at the base. It's going to be put on a hoist so that we can move it up and down as our different types of entertainment and the hockey happens in the venue. So more opportunities for us to host sporting events now that we have this signature feature back in our facility. We just did a huge digital upgrade throughout the venue with multiple large format digital screens and digital screens throughout the concourses this past year. So we're super excited about that.
The other thing that's on the Sunshine Coast right now, as well as the score clock, is of course the goal horn. So has there any thought been put into what you want that horn to sound like for this new PWHL team?
We haven't. We're still working on that, and there's got to keep a few surprises for the future.
I love it. I love it. It's awesome. Is the plan to play all home games out of the Coliseum or to share the Agrodome as well?
No, the current plan is for everything to be played out of the Pacific Coliseum, and then the practice center will be the Agrodome. And what's really nice about that is the PWHL was really wanting to be a part of the community, and that's where we host many minor hockey, minor figure skating clubs that are practicing during the practices in the morning, and then the PWHL will practice during the day and then return to the community ice programs in the evening. So it's a shared facility between the two groups.
Talk to me maybe from more of a PWHL perspective in regards to how they're trying to get the community involved. Have they already planned, some initiatives and some events and things like that with you guys?
We're definitely going to be working together through the summer. Don't be surprised if you don't see them out at the fair or out at Playland at some point in time throughout the year. It's really important for them to be a part of the community and work with us in bringing the programs to the site. So we're working on a series of initiatives that we'll be sure to share with everyone as we get them solidified.
I'm sure you get asked this all the time, but any ideas as to what the name's going to be?
No clue. I know that there's about 25 or 30 of those names floating out there, and they're taking recommendations. And I've put in a few, and I'm sure everybody else has put in a few.
What's the strategy from a P&E perspective into how you guys can let the public know that the PWHL teams here? I know you talked about them being, at Playland and other things like that, but is there more thinking behind that? Like, are you guys going to be going online on your website, on your social media, and things like that as well?
Yeah, so we're just working with PWHL right now on our go-to-market strategy. There will be definitely a presence on our pne.ca website as well as our ticketleader.ca website. We will be working with them and collaborating with them on social content, and we will also be working on them on a marketing strategy to start promoting ticket sales once they launch. They sold out their premium season ticket sales in less than an hour when we went on sale with the deposits.
Is anything changing in regards to the seating? Will you guys be adding in new seats or anything like that?
No, the seating configuration is pretty much going to stay the same. We will have some premium seatings with the suites and so forth, but it's staying pretty much the same. It's worked from the past, and we were where hockey began in Vancouver, so it'll be
Yeah.
there back.
Well, the Pacific Coliseum, as you know, is where hockey has truly begun for every team. You look at the Canucks, the Giants, and now, of course, PWHL Vancouver. It must be pretty cool to add another team to that portfolio.
We are hockey is on, the hockey on the rink on Renfrew is back. It's part of our legacy, and we can't wait to see it to come to life in November.
I know we've talked a lot about upgrades, but just talk to me about from a fan perspective, what can I expect out of the Coliseum when I go to a game, next fall?
I think that you're going to be able to experience a lot of in-game interaction with hosts, with a lot of great energy. You're going to see, if there's one thing we know about the PWHL fans, is they come out with full heart. You're going to see the banners, you're going to see the signs, you're going to see teams coming out together to share their hockey experiences. This has never been seen where the girls can come out and see and be part of a hockey experience and have mentors playing in a professional league like this. So it's going to be a lot of energy, a lot of excitement.
Have you been to a PWHL game before?
I have. I was at the takeover game here in Vancouver, and it was an amazing experience.
I've talked to a lot of people about that game. A lot of people that I know go to a lot of the Canucks games as well, and they say the Canucks games feel very corporate, but that game felt different. That game felt special, felt more like a family environment than, let's see how much money we can put out to get a ticket to the game. Would you agree with that statement?
Well, I think that it's going to naturally feel that way, sense of community, because this is something that the young girls and the young the girl dads out there have been looking for, that hockey experience for girls to work towards, and they have that now. They have that marquee opportunity to see a sport that they love and that they're passionate about.
Is anything going to be changing in regards to the food? Because I know the PNEs usually always had the same burgers and fries. Are you guys adding anything else to it?
Well, that is more to come on that. We have a brand new chef on our site. He's doing some amazing things. We will always have our triple O's because that's what everybody comes and looks for. We'll have our amazing mini donuts, but we've got a few surprises in a way.
I look forward to it. It's going to be an awesome time. Just a couple more for you, Karen, before I let you
Yeah.
go. And again, I really do appreciate you taking the time to speak with me. Just kind of curious to know overall how the PNE views this PWHL team. It's exciting, but there's also more to it than that. So, what do you guys think of when you guys think of this PWHL team?
What we see is that this is, as a not-for-profit organization, our whole mandate is to build community up. That's our number one mandate. We do that through our grant programs. We do that through offering of space and through our tenants coming in and through subsidies. And we feel that working with a group like the PWHL, we're building up a community that is much needed in our society, and it's an opportunity with a value value-minded organization that is similar to ours to really make a difference and really make a difference in sport. And it really supports our brand in a very strong way.
It's so cool. I'm so excited by it. I just asked you earlier if you had any ideas what the name's going to be, but what do you think about the color so far? Because so far we've seen blue, we've seen cream. Do you think it's going to fit well with the Peony?
Oh, 100%. You know, you can't get better than Pacific Blue in the Pacific Coliseum, can you?
No, it'll be great. It'll match those seats up top for sure. It'll be
That's
awesome.
right. That's right.
Are you guys planning anything with this PWHL team in regards to what you're going to do for season ticket holders? I know in the past you've had names on seats, things like that. Is there any sort of planning behind that, or are you guys kind of a little far away from thinking about stuff like that right now?
No, we're having lots of conversations about that. I think that's what makes having being a season ticket holder at the PNE so unique is that we have so many different offerings and so many different perks that we can bring. It's not only the game experience, but there's the fair experience, there's the playland experience, there's the Fright Night experience, and all the concerts that we have. So we are looking at ways that we can drive that value for the season ticket holder and also for the team.
How often are meetings happening with the city of Vancouver, you guys, and of course the PWHL? Is it once a week? Is it a couple times a week?
With the PWHL and the PNE, there's pretty much a meeting to two meetings a week right now because we have a lot of onboarding. They are starting their first games in November, so we've got a lot to move through. But they're also wrapping up their season right now with their playoffs, so it's ramping up for sure with one or two meetings a week. But I could see that building.
Well, as we wrap this one up, I just want to get your thoughts on the long-term vision for the PNE's involvement with the PWHL Vancouver team. What are your thoughts on all that, focusing long term?
I see it really building the importance and seeing the league expand, being a supportive partner as their team expands, providing that model experience because this is the first time the PWHL has moved into a venue where they're the primary tenant. And we really want to be the leader in showcasing what a venue should be and what a venue partner should be through the next 5 years so that as they expand, they have that example to
Yeah, you
continue to
just
grow
brought
and
up
evolve.
Sorry, you just brought up
No,
something super crucial there that I was going to ask you about the Peony being a primary tenant, and of course the first one, for the teams in this league, it's super cool. You kind of overthink and maybe don't think too much in a way that being a primary tenant means your logo's at center ice, means your logo's on the walls, and you're only seeing that added for some of these teams in the playoffs. But for this Vancouver team, that logo will be there forever. So I'm sure it's pretty
yeah.
cool. It has a meaning for you guys as well.
Yeah, it truly does because it means that we're their home, and that means when we're their home, that means that we're their safe place to come, play their sport, expand their game, and really succeed. So we're really super looking forward to that.
Last one for you here. Are the hopes to make the PNE the arena in the PWHL? Do you guys want to be the building to be in?
We want to be the building to beat for sure because we're going to definitely be the team to beat.
I love it. I love the positivity. I'm just going to
Yeah.
give you one more just to kind of wrap things up and tie it all into what we've been talking about. Just, from the PNE's perspective, who are you guys thanking for making all this possible?
I think that the support of the hockey community has been exceptional. When we started to work on the proposal, they all stepped forward and said, yes, we want to be a part. We want to tell us what you need. And they were really helpful in us drafting a really great opportunity for the PWHL and knowing what's important for them and for the community. And Destination Vancouver, Sport Hosting have all been fabulous partners in bringing that forward. And then mostly the PNE team. Every aspect of our team stepped in and helped build this proposal. And it was a definite example of the camaraderie and the commitment to excellence on our site.
I love it. Thank you so very
You
much. That
bet.
was Karen from the PNE Pacific National Exhibit. A big reason why there will be PWHL hockey in the fall. Karen, thanks very much. Really do appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Breakaway Coverage. I'm John Carlin Nadeau. We got a new episode coming out each and every week. We'll make sure we catch you on the next one.